Alright boys, welcome back. So we now have a pretty big update going over some things coming in Season 5. And more importantly, one, a free character, Vanessa, we'll talk about in a second, but also as well, we're going to be celebrating the 100-day celebration. We have got a new frame for it, which means they are actually doing it, which means the Julius rerun is actually now very likely, so let's talk about it. So, firstly, yeah, we're going to be getting a Magna and Charlotte. We're going to go through her skills and also Magna skills towards the end of the video, because personally myself, I don't really know too much of what they do. I mean, I kind of do, but we're still going to go through it anyway. But also as well, you can see, to celebrate the 100-day opener of the game, we're going to get an avatar, but also it does say we're going to get one free multi, which sure, that's fine. I can go towards even the Season 5 banner. It can go towards Mary Leona next season, or it can even go towards Witch Queen that's coming out later this season as well. But more importantly, and the biggest one, is that we are going to be getting a Vanessa with her skill page. It's rumored a little bit that it might be the same event that came out with the actual, was it Asta one where you had to do the tropical retreat? She might be a part of that again, so you can farm her up a bunch of times. It's, yeah, I don't think it's going to be as bad. I know the rates during the first time, it was really, really bad. They actually buffed it later on. But during that time, a lot of us were farming gear. And to be fair, if they plan to drop the gear transcendence with this update or sometime in Season 5, then we're going to have to farm a bunch of gear anyway. But if they drop it without the gear transcendence, then it's not really too bad. I know myself, plus there might be some half stamina events too. But I got a bunch of stamina saved up. I don't really need to farm gear to a crazy extent like I did back in the past, or at least when that event first dropped. So I think it'll be a lot easier, plus they may buff it a little bit more again, so who knows. But yeah, Vanessa, not really a good character, definitely long overdue. We'll go for it in a second, but it's nice to see her, right? She's by far the most attractive one out of the three. But yeah, I'm excited to use a little bit, so let's go through what she does. While I give updates, let me just quickly say, boys, if you're new, subscribe. I just found out 90% of you watching right now aren't subscribed, so if you're watching the videos daily, or even just checking it back every now and again, then you might also subscribe. We are doing Black Clover content daily. Like I said, so yeah, this character is free, which is a good thing, because she actually isn't good. But her first skill can apply bleed. It's, yeah, not the greatest skill, not gonna lie. Not only that, she's also green, which means, yeah, not gonna do too great against Black Asta. I mean, to be fair, no one does good against Black Asta when he's an anti-magic, but he has got a bit of an edge over her. But yeah, the second skill is single target skill that actually does the Blessing of Protection. So you notice every Vanessa always has this skill. Even the new one that just came out has this skill as well. But if you do have a skill page, you also get damage immunity. The way Blessing of Protection works, essentially when you block, you are gonna heal back 8% of your max HP. It's not that bad now. Back when she first came out, there wasn't really characters other than Vanessa who can also apply the, you know, the block or total defense, so you couldn't really get her to block, you know, actively. But now with Black Asta, you can actually do it almost every single time, so I can see her being somewhat a little bit useful now that Black Asta's out. But you rather use the new Vanessa coming out soon, which is just gonna be a better character. But hey, this one's free, right? And probably a bit more appealing to some people. But the ultimate has a 50% chance to apply silence. It's not total silence, so I don't believe it blocks out the ultimate. So it's just skill 2, which is good against the Noelle or the Julius if you do find her. So but you have to start first. You kind of got to bring a speed comp to get her in front of the actual Julius. So yeah, the ultimate can be somewhat useful. Unfortunately, you cannot upgrade the skill effect to even higher percentages. It's literally just base 50% other than just doing damage. Once again, she's a bit of a DPS apparently, because she's an attacker, but like she don't really feel like a DPS character. Definitely more of a debuff than anything. But I guess the reason why she's an attacker because of a passive. So you can see on screen now, she revolves around very similar to Black Asta in terms of his skill page, with the fact that you want to build up his defense, where she's a bit more tricky because, but for her, you want to build up damage resistance, which is what you should be doing generally anyway. But this is definitely something that you kind of have to build around now. That would take quite a lot of resources and may not be worth it. Not to say like that, but because you actually don't mind building like a new magic set and then going crazy with like magic and also damage resistance. You kind of want that anyway, like I said, right? But you can see the threshold. You want to take her above 310. You can see at base awakening, she is going to have 201 base resistance, and if you do upgrade it, it will constantly go up as well. So you really want to get it to like 5-star, which once again, hopefully she's farmable to 5-star. That's something you definitely want to chase for a free character, you might as well, right? And yeah, you can see you are going to get upwards to 231. So you only need, I say only, to make a passive really pop off to get the damage increase, you want to get upwards to like 80 more damage resistance, which is a lot easier to do a 5-star, but a lot harder, obviously, at low percentages, because it does scale up with obviously a percentage. So yeah, I'm very glad she's free, because this is a character that was obviously a paid banner on JP and was so hard to get a duped out, so expensive as well, right? 5 dupes for a character, it's not easy to do. Okay, so when you do get the 2-star plus, I don't need to translate it because it's the exact same passive, it's just different thresholds. So before it was 310 to get 10%, but when you get to 5-star plus, it's 8% at 230. A lot less requirements, right? You can see it's basically just a bit above the 1, and you're like at 8%. But when you do get towards 350, you do get a 35% damage increase. Like I said, 350 damage resistance, it's definitely hard to get, so you have to start working towards it. But yeah, I've not really geared my characters up to do damage resistance. It's something that I'm working on and definitely should have done. It's kind of my mistake, right? But 250 on Asta, 230 on Noelle, and then 215 on obviously Julius. Now, granted, the characters don't increase their active resistance, actually dupe them. In fact, the only character that I've actually tried going damage resistance on is someone like Charlotte, for example, which I'm preparing from obviously the new green Charlotte. And yeah, I've actively gone up my way to get like quite a lot of damage resistance on the actual gear pieces, kind of mixing in some HP as well, because that's what the new Charlotte wants to do, obviously. But yeah, for this actual new Vanessa, if you want to use you do have to build her up, get a max suit, but also as well, you got to basically make a whole new gear set, because while it's definitely good to get like good damage resistance on these characters, you're kind of missing out on other opportunities to, you know, go in other directions, where like for Vanessa, you solely just want to get, boom, max damage resistance as much as possible. I don't believe there's any gear set that actually increases damage resistance, so that's something you can't really do. But obviously, you can go towards, I mean, she's an attacker, right? So you got to have, I'd say the best thing you probably want to do is get some actual, you know, UR accessories and go full damage resistance. Obviously, if you have LR with it on, then that'd be good too. But yeah, you really want to somehow get like this, for example. This actually be pretty good for us. So yeah, look in your box, see if you have any damage resistance stuff on, and start leveling it up because you want it. All right, also, because I forgot to mention during the video, actually a pretty good skill page. I kind of forgot about it actually, but as you can see, you can get upwards to 30% magic attack if you do max dupe it, which once again is a free event. I think last time they gave us 5, so we missed like 1 dupe, so hopefully they allow us to farm up to maxed up here. But even still, again, 30% magic attack for 1 turn when damage resistance is triggered, which bear in mind is a block, right? Which should be easy for her, because once again, you're building up your damage resistance. And also, you can bring Black Asta. Black Asta can guarantee this, and this can be used on any attacker, not just the Vanessa. So I can see like Noelle, for example, people still using some of Noelle. You can just put this onto her, put a shield on, and then when she blocks, you're going to get a 30% magic attack increase. That's pretty good, right? Yeah, this skill page is actually not even that bad for like just to have up and actually build up for like another attack on your team. Obviously, it's not the most consistent one because it's only 1 turn, and that does mean every single time, but before you attack, someone does have to apply the damage resistance or trigger it. Can be a bit RNG. Once again, Black Asta can do it guaranteed. Yeah, this is aged quite well, not gonna lie. Hopefully we can max dupe it. Definitely farm this when it comes out. It's a must-have. Another thing I missed out on was the fact that she does apply for a passive just by getting a character LR. She's going to apply protection, which means the person with the lowest speed can't be targeted. Which most of the time for me, I think it is always Black Asta. It's not the great thing for him because you want to get ordered by like Julius to get some soak up some damage, but also make him take some damage so you can enter his actual anti-magic. But hopefully, because she's not got the fastest speed, right? Hopefully it's her, and I think it can apply towards her too. But yeah, boys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I did say I'll talk about the Vanessa Magna because I spent way too long talking about this Vanessa. I'm looking forward to it, man. So boys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you're excited for the 100th celebration and hopefully finally a actual Julius rerun with this, most importantly, the skill page banner. Hopefully that returns because I might do a few summons. But we also have obviously season 5, which Magna and also Charlotte. Charlotte being an actual god tier character you definitely want to pick up as well. And obviously on the top of that, we're gonna have a nice little event, the farm, finally content in the game. And yeah, it's for a free Vanessa, which is always nice to see. So we're definitely gonna farm that up and hopefully try and max dupe up because Asta didn't really farm too much off the red one because it wasn't that great and definitely not worth at the time. Stamina was definitely more important to farm gear. Where right now, I have my gear, although I'll probably have to get a new set for her. But still, I'm definitely going to do her out just because it is Vanessa anyway. So, boys, thank you for watching and yeah, peace.